Alright, so today we're going to be making pizza dough and white pizza. So white pizza is pizza that has mozzarella and ricotta, and we're going to put a little bit of spinach and garlic in this. So this pizza dough recipe is from Martha Stewart, and I love this one because if you're in a rush and you need pizza dough quickly, and we're pretty hungry, we need it quickly, this one rises and has a lot of yeast. So it's 1.5 cups of warm water, and then can you add 2 packets of dry yeast, and then it's going to be 2 tablespoons of sugar, and that helps really make this recipe so nice and quick because it feeds the yeast. Okay, and you can also add 1/4 cup of olive oil. And this isn't in all pizza dough recipes, but it makes it nice and tender. Now the other great thing about this recipe is you don't need a mixer. You can do this all in the bowl by hand. I have many times, but we're using the mixer today, and we have the dough hook on. Now I also have 2 teaspoons of salt and 4 cups of flour, and I like to put the salt in with the flour so that the salt doesn't come into direct contact with the yeast because it kills the yeast. You're only gonna need this dough until it comes together. Because it has so much yeast, that really helps form all of the gluten, and this is a pretty much no-knead pizza dough as well.
How do you lift this thing up?
So as soon as you start to see the dough pull away from the sides, you're all set.
There. Okay, turn, Mom. Okay, turn. Whoa, it's crunchy!
It is. So once the dough pulls away from the side and it's not too sticky that it won't stick to your hands after you take it out, you're good to go. We're gonna put it in our oiled bowl and we're gonna wait until it doubles in size, which on a warm day, it'll happen with under an hour. Otherwise, you can put it in a warm place in your kitchen. All right, so the next step is we're gonna make the toppings. So you're gonna take this garlic and very gently smash it with the bowl and then push it off to the side, okay?
I'm going to do it, okay?
Yep. Now we have some spinach. I want you to take the leaves off of the stems. Can you help me with that? Cut through it like that. Okay. Now that we have the spinach washed and chopped up, we are going to saute it with our garlic. So we're going to put about 1 teaspoon of olive oil down in the pan and add your garlic. We're going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And this one. Okay, would you say that that's golden? I'd say that it's golden. And now what are we going to add? Our spinach. Okay, so add in your spinach. Alright, so the spinach has wilted. So now we're going to take this and put this off to the side because we're doing all this while our pizza dough is rising. Now we're making a white pizza with the spinach, but just in case you want to make regular pizza sauce and regular pizza, we're doing that too. And we did that the same way, but instead of 3 cloves of garlic and 1 bunch of spinach, we had 7 cloves of garlic and 1 can of tomatoes. And that's it. Same salt and pepper. And we're letting that cook up. Alright, so our pizza dough has risen. And how do you know that it's risen? If you poke it and the indentation stays, it has risen. So we're gonna put a little flour down, and we're gonna make 2 pizzas, right? We're gonna make 1 regular and we're gonna make 1 white pizza. So we're gonna take half our dough.
Now you're speaking my language.
Okay. I'm gonna put this one down. Okay, roll it out, kiddo. Center out. Now we're going to transfer our dough to a pan, and we're going to bake the dough on its own before we add any of the toppings. So we're going to put a little bit of olive oil down, and then to pick up our dough, we're going to put it on like that.
What
Cool
the heck?
Cool trick, right? And now we're going to try to make it fit in this pan. This is not going to be a round pizza, right?
This is going to be a square pizza because I love Mom's square pizza.
Okay, so now we're going to make just a little bit of a crust. And the way that we're going to make the crust is Just take 2 fingers like this. Go around and try to make a crust. Right, now we're going to spread on some sauce. All right, so we're going to put this in the oven.
So
Making the pizza crust.
pizza crust all mixed. Wow!
Now because this is going to be a white slice, there's really only cheese and spinach. I don't want the spinach going in at a 500-degree oven because we already cooked that. So I'm just going to give this one a little bit of olive oil.
Whoa, olive oil!
I'm going to let this one cook with the tomato one for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm going to check it and see when the crust is browning. Plain pizza is nice and crisp. At 500, that's only been it's only been about 10 minutes in my oven, but what you're looking for is you want it crisp
Is it hot,
and
Mom?
brown. Yeah. So now we're going to put the cheese on it. And now we're just going to put some fresh basil. That is the smell of pizza. Okay, and this is going to go back in the oven until the cheese is melted, 5 to 10 minutes. The plain one is ready. So the first thing that I'm going to put down is the spinach. I'm just going to do some spoonfuls of plain ricotta cheese. Sprinkle on the mozzarella. And I'm going to sprinkle with some parmesan, maybe about 2 tablespoons. I'm not going to do basil on this one, but I am going to do some fresh herbs. I'm going to give it some parsley. Sometimes I like to do this with asparagus, and then I do a little bit of lemon and rosemary. That's nice too. And I'm going to rebake this again until the cheese melts, about 10 to 15 minutes. All right, the pizza's out. It really only took about 10 more minutes. I don't like the cheese to get too brown on this one, but you could go a little darker if you like it. And this one's all set. You could also spread out the cheese more, but I kind of like it in little dollops like that melts. And the parsley stayed really nice and bright. The basil doesn't. You could always... Okay, and we're done.